Hello, everybody. Welcome, and there's Toni back again.
Hello.
Hello.
Back again.
Back
Look who's
again
back.
for
Back
part
again.
2. Back again. So we didn't finish the last video. So we left people hanging with what's happened to for humanity. What's the reading for humanity in quarters 3 and 4 of 2024?
Should we recap what's happening in the first quarter?
Sure. Do you remember? I do. My mind is like a steel. So what we talked about is in the first quarter is, and we got this from our Galactic deck here that we were using, was a pioneering spirit looking towards community for support and help. The linear way we think is in the past. That's not going to lead us forward. So this plus this is going to equal that is probably not the way we should be thinking. There is an equal value philosophy. And then your last card that you got was ultimate evolution.
Ultimate evolution.
Oof. And, you know, and just in thinking of that, what does that mean? I mean, it means something different to everybody, right? But if it's ultimate evolution is let's lock somebody up in jail. Let's, that's kind of like the wrong evolution to think about.
It feels more like an awakening more than like an, evolving. Yes, we're evolving. We're constantly evolving, but it feels more like an awakening of people from this linear thinking, people waking up from that linear thinking and allowing other ways of thinking to flow in.
Yeah.
So that's what I get from it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I was pulling out that we're getting major solar flares. The card that I got was solar consciousness. And so because our sun is producing so many solar flares at us, that is changing our vibration a little bit. Some people a lot, if they're aware of it. And also that there is a devotion to service happening in the first quarter that we are being made aware of. Either we're fully stepping into it or we're being made aware of the path that we can walk on.
Yeah. I think our guides are really stepping up and, and helping us to step into that next phase,
Right.
And what we're doing is, I think, because of all the things that we're doing and, and the people who are, putting as much love and light into the planet and the universe, it just that, and you look at it and you go, things are not changing. Things are not changing, but they are. Under the surface, you will find that things are changing and we are changing. We are awakening, evolving, all of that stuff into into a different, I wouldn't say better because better for me is different for you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
into a different, I want to paradigm. That's the only word that comes up for me. Is different.
It's a pretty good word. Big word. Paradigm. Yes. And I think that word fits perfectly because it's just such a shift that we're going to be experiencing. especially when we look at the astrology aspects of things, that we're moving into the age of Aquarius. Pluto's moving in there for I don't know, but it's like for the rest of our lifetimes. I think.
The astrologers are
Anyway,
some of them are very happy about Pluto moving into Aquarius. So I'm happy if you're happy and you know what you're talking about. Then
it makes me happy. And I've listened to a couple of podcasts on that, and I mean it's really exciting. And this year, Pluto going into Aquarius in a couple of days, it'll be in Aquarius, and then it retrogrades out until November, and then it goes back in for another 40 years or something. So we have a couple
40.
of months or something. I don't know. We have a couple of months. I'm just focusing on this year. We have a couple of months of it being in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, singing, dancing, and then it reverts back to craziness. And then in November, luckily for the election cycle, fingers crossed, that it goes into Aquarius for, I think, for the rest of my lifetime, which is, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay, and okay with that.
And so the second quarter, the cards that we were getting were conservative attachments. Are starting to drive us a little crazy. So, and that's, it's just the taking the conservative attachment, not thinking political or anything, but just what is our constraints that we have around our linear thinking. That's driving us a little crazy in this second quarter.
It's screwing around with our ego. It's like, oh, what's going on? This is not right. Something's not right. I'm not feeling right.
Yes. And the card that we got was the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith to a new world. So it's really, really, really exciting.
That is to push that conservative energy back. In order to do that, right? You have to turn around and face that conservative energy and go, no. No, I'm jumping into the new. I'm going. Nobody's
back. Yeah. And we were talking backstage a little bit about you'll hear a lot of prophecies going on during these times where it's like, oh, the world's at the end. Oh, this is whatever. But we were talking about eagle spirit, and because Toni walks the shaman. What was the word we discovered? Shamanic?
Shamanic?
No, for female.
Oh. Medicine woman.
I can't remember what it is anymore.
Medicine woman.
Medicine woman. Anyway, we were talking about eagle spirit, and I asked what the feminine part of the eagle spirit is. Is it a condor, which is what I heard? And then Toni comes up and goes, oh, I got to show you these. And you showed your healing sticks. Oh, that.
Oh, these. These are healing sticks from a medicine man who was wonderful and gifted me with these. This one is the condor, and this one is the eagle. And the prophecy is, Actually, I don't really know exactly the words of the prophecy, but the general words are about when the eagle and the condor come back together. That is when the world will change. That's when the world will become different,
Will be
evolve.
will evolve. Yeah. And
If you see here, like this is a, you can see like this is looks like a little one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 point star, and then this is the moon on
oh
there.
yeah. And the moon is on the eagle.
Moon is on the eagle, and the star is on the condor.
So for me, I would consider, because I had heard that the condor was feminine, but
Mhm,
according to your sticks, and it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever you attach to it, in my belief,
mhm,
is true. But in your sticks, the moon would represent female for me.
mhm, mhm,
So that would be eagle.
mhm.
Okay. So either way, um,
Like I was telling you before backstage, I feel that it's not so cut and dry. I think there's female and male energy in both. So,
mhm,
one maybe more than the other, but I do feel and when I work with them that they do hold both male and female energies. So,
yeah, yeah. And as we move forward, I mean, I think that male female is going to be blended more and more, so that it's not just one sex and another sex separate, but there's going to be more of a blending together. I
yeah.
feel
Yeah. Well,
so.
it's already happening. It's already happening. So,
What?
and it's already happening, and people are not happy about it. So, some people are not happy about it.
Yeah,
I
those that
I
are
want
on
to embrace
linear thinking and constrained in their beliefs.
Yes, exactly, because we have to be separate. And if we can't separate the two, then oh my gosh, it's chaos, it's anarchy. Come on. Come on.
Uh, uh, and we see so much of that in so many things. Separating the colors, separating the Canadians from the U.S. from the Mexicans. It's like,
Yeah.
what? It just goes on and on and on. Israel and Palestinian people, separate them. What?
We
Wouldn't it
all
be
look
better?
it's just so crazy because we all have, well, if we've gone through our lives with 10 fingers, we all have them. If we've gone through our lives with 10 toes, we all have those. Come on, people, we all have the same parts. We have
Yes,
to, it's just men have breasts. They're just not defined. Women, the
mine
same.
are. I have man boobs. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh god.
Good
I
thing
was
this is on my channel.
I,
Oh my
I
gosh.
was watching this YouTube thing, and this woman was saying that it was a YouTube thing. She was saying that the same tissue that's used for the male organs are the same. It was on HBO or something, but it was the same tissues that a woman has. It's just different. It's situated differently. So we
Yeah,
all have the same things. They just look a little different in order for us to be able to make more people.
yeah, yeah. No, and I've read certain things about that, because my wife is totally into um, looking at all that epigenetics and body parts. I mean, she should have been a scientist. She should have been a doctor. Um, but then I probably wouldn't have a wife, so I'm glad that she.
Why? Why? Because
I don't know. I don't think I ever would have met her. I didn't go. I wouldn't go to medical school, so I don't know where I would have met her.
well, if you guys
Hey,
were meant to meet, you would have met.
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
that's true. So let's take a look at um, the question that we asked before was, what is so for humanity in the third quarter of 2024? What is so for humanity?
Ooh.
Oh, we were Toni and I were talking about synchronicities in before we push record, and I got another synchronicity. Oh, you want me to go or
No, and I can go. I can go.
okay?
So in the third quarter, let's see, when does the third quarter starts? Like in the end of August? Is that like it? No, probably July, June, July,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
So there's just we are all up in our decision making in that moment. We've got a lot of decisions to make. This is an election year, so those decisions have to be made. There are decisions being made, huge decisions being made about wars, and so there's so many things going on the planet. So this is a third chakra card. So the third chakra is our gut chakra. And what did I read to you earlier from that book? I have this book called Woman Heal Thyself. And I read the stomach is responsible for the digestion of thoughts. So chew on that. So,
you on that. Get your gut uh, biome in order.
in order. So that because that's where we make our decisions. It's our fight or flight area. It's called our second brain for a reason,
Mm,
because it connects it directly to our brains. So we are making decisions, we are communicating, we have to. So this is a fifth chakra card. It's a throat chakra card, and that's all about communication, speaking your truth, because Pluto's moved into Aquarius. Our divine consciousness is on the line right now because of this. Another fifth chakra card, which
oh,
is about truth. Speak your truth. Speak the truth, the truth. So in the third quarter, it's decisions, communication, truth, speaking and paying attention. You don't necessarily have to get out there and march in the streets if that's not who you are, but you can still speak your truth just to the people around you. So,
yeah, yeah. So I got very much the same thing. Speaking of truth, the Ace of
mm,
Swords, truth. Um, I also got the Moon card, which is it, when I was thinking about this speaking your truth, because I also pulled some galactic cards, which that's where that synchronicity comes in. But this Moon card, it's you can speak your truth, but there's you've got to be careful with um, this woman is sticking her has one finger into the water, so she's kind of testing the waters a little bit, and because the moon is so cyclical, it's like, just be careful about, just be aware of when to speak the truth, when not to speak the truth. And the third card on this I got is the Four of Pentacles, which is hanging on to some things. You don't have to speak it all at once. Because that may throw you into these waters that you may not want to go in. You just may want to dip your finger in it the second time. But what I got with the Galactic Heritage was initiation and ceremony, which we were talking a lot about backstage, mental transformation, and ultimate evolution. So we're still on that ultimate evolution path.
Yeah.
And I really like the initiation and ceremony, because that's what we were talking about, synchronicity. For me, when I do ceremony, it's like a breathing exercise, only a lot longer. It really focuses the mental aspects, so I can have this mental transformation, so that I can shapeshift, and that is shapeshift into that higher vibration, or higher vibrational being. So, and that's the ultimate evolution, a higher consciousness. So we're not in the 3D trenches in what some see as, the bitterness and ugliness of it, but we're
It's muddy and mucky and kind of sticky and gloppy.
Yeah.
The dimension is slow, right? It feels slow. It feels like you're moving through some kind of gelatin or something. It's like
Right.
you're moving slower than life is actually starting to pick up speed, and being 3D seems kind of hampering. It hampers
Right.
a little bit.
Right. Yeah. And I liked what you said with things are picking up speed. I get this sense that this year is going to fly. It's going to fly. And in that third quarter, if things are like, if you're finding that there are certain truths that are bombarding you that you really can't speak without, because you got this moon card, then go into the ceremony of mental transformation. Go do, your meditation, your shamanic journey. Go listen to Shining Hawk's videos, her new videos. Those are really good, by the way.
Thank you.
I like your new format, because I like to take naps in the afternoon, power naps, and I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to listen and just.
You ain't right. You ain't right.
Because you can't do it when you're driving. Do not listen to Toni when you're driving.
I know my voice is very low.
Very low. You'll be sitting there going,
Very low.
And I am right. I am right about your your YouTube channel. I think it's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Anything else you have to say about the third quarter?
The third quarter. It's I think the third quarter is I'm gonna check my my pendulum
Ooh.
to see if is the third quarter a bridge. The third quarter a bridge. Third quarter is a bridge between, how do I say this? The bridge is we're moving evolution, and then there's a bridge that we have to cross before we can get to the other side. So just know that the third quarter is a bridge. You're on the bridge. Don't jump off the bridge. Stay on the bridge.
You don't have a bungee cord.
It will get better. It will get better. Stay on the bridge. Don't deviate from the path. It will get better. It will get better. It will get better. So that's all I have to say.
And maybe if you did have a bungee cord, you could jump off.
Yeah, but you wouldn't experience all the things that are going to happen that will make you stronger, strong enough to handle all the stuff that's on the bridge with you. But, you know, you get off the bridge, it's going to feel a little better, hopefully.
Well, all I know is that if I had a bungee cord, I would take it off. I would not jump off the bridge, even with a bungee cord.
Don't jump.
Oh
Don't
my
jump off the
God.
bridge.
Oh my, those people are crazy. I agree with you. I loved your analogy of we're on this bridge, and when you did your pendulum, I got chills because
Yeah.
I really feel like we are on that bridge into something new. And so it's not a snap of the fingers. It's you got to walk the bridge.
Yeah. And you have to experience those things, even if they're painful, because,
Yes.
you know, you gotta, it's like the forged by the fire kind of thing. You're forged by the fire of the things that you had to go
Right.
through in order to get there. So, yeah.
And we've learned a lot from, because I think we're on the middle of the bridge, and whatever that means, it feels like it. Let's hope we are anyway. So we've learned a lot from getting to that point. We can avoid a lot of the potholes or whatever as we're on this bridge, these boulders that are in the center. We can navigate around them.
Yeah. Or learn to climb them, whatever.
Yeah.
Go around.
And if
Don't
we
jump off the bridge. Stay on
don't,
the bridge.
I
Love
love
you
it. We
guys.
are on a bridge to the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. Okay.
Fourth quarter. What does the Galactic Act say to humanity? Ooh. Oh.
Uh-oh. Started
Uh-oh.
out good and then it turned bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
It makes sense now that I look at it, but I didn't like the last card.
I
We're
hate
still, we're
I
still
hate
on
it when
the
you
bridge.
pull a card and it's like, oh God, I don't I hate this card.
This deck. This deck is wrong. Broken deck. All right. Okay. All right. You still shuffling?
I just want for one more card. I don't want to
One
see
more.
big
One
things
more.
happening. Oh. Okay. Okie dokie, I'm ready.
All right.
She ready.
She ready to go.
She ready. Okay, let's see. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So we start out with hope.
Mm,
Start out with hope. There's a lot of hope to be had. It's the star card in the tarot deck. It's the star. So that's great. But we have to have patience. We have to nurture um, the little seeds that we're planting, and we have to have patience and allow them to grow into what we are wanting. Some people will feel like this is an emotional loss, like, maybe an election. I don't know. Some people may feel, maybe some people will feel a little emotionally lost.
you think?
But we're using our intuition. Our intuition is telling us exactly where we need to be and what we need to do and where we need to go. And my last video was all about this, being trapped in fear. So some of us, the ones who maybe have emotional loss, are going to be trapped in fear as well. But we have harmony. Harmony
Mm,
on the horizon. This is what we're working with. This is in the near future, harmony, and this is where we are. This is us. We are the magicians. We can make what we want to have happen. So we have to have the awareness and the patience, and we have to open our eyes and be more observant. Be observers, be witnesses for good, be witnesses for the good things that can and are happening. Really reach out and search out and root out the good things that are happening so that you can feel better about what's going on, so that people around you can feel better because you're feeling better. You've found the answers. You found good things are happening here, 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 here. So you can point those out to people, and they can see that those good things are happening here, 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 here. So then we start to change the narrative. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Okay. So I look at this as the election. There's recognition and reward, and that is in the environment. That's what's happening. Someone will be crowned. Um, what we fear is financial and material changes. It's that it's that what we're talking about. It's the things that are lining up with us. What are we talking? What words are we speaking to make us to pull us into this energy? We don't
yeah.
have to do that. We don't have to do that. And final outcome is the Empress.
Oh,
So we are pregnant with possibilities
woo.
and the love and the possibility of new life, new ways of living, new ways of thinking and being. And then I pulled one more card just for the animals. And this is a puffin, and it's about partnership. Puffins, I guess they mate for life. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you, and ask for help when you need it. Teamwork will give you the best results. Why? Because teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's so good.
Ah, that's it.
I am in agreement with you. So the galactic cards said I got a 46, 10. So first card, I'm like, yay, we have good intentions. Yay, good intentions. Awesome. But it's also asking us to take a look in the mirror at what we are putting on the table, what we are saying. This is didn't you have a whole thing just recently talking about good intentions and you were on your soapbox? And
Probably.
so it
So
really goes back to um, take a look at how we're putting out our good intentions. Are we putting negatives in with the good intentions? It is what I just got.
it's how
Anyway,
you word it, how
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 you
how
word
you
it.
speak it, right?
Yeah, how you word it, how you speak it, because that vibrates out everywhere. Um, However, getting back to winners and losers in the election, we still have deep polarity. And that's where I went, really? And so I said, so give me a couple more cards on that so I can try to make sense out of it. Well, it's unfinished business. We're not coming together in a, sorry,
Mm,
I can't snap my finger. I have trigger finger. Ow. We can't snap our finger and
there you go.
um,
Okay.
it be done.
Mhm.
Um, it's the bridge that we're walking on, and because if we think that it's just going to fix itself because somebody got elected, that is the linear thinking. It's not going to happen.
Again.
So the other deck that I pulled real quick um, also goes along with what you were saying. I got the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Tap into your intuition. There's still going to be some unfinished business, unknowns that are out there, but trust the fact that we are moving. That's the Chariot card. We are moving. And we also have the Seven of Wands for the last card. And in this, what this deck um, shows me is that we're still going to be surrounded by some of the unfinished business, but we have um, gold and light in the palm of our hand. And so we have to share that. And that's what this share that with good intentions.
I just had like a moment, just like a deja vu moment of you holding that card, saying those words. I'm like, wow. Okay. Like this has happened before.
That is not linear thinking. Well, I don't think I've had a deja vu feeling like that in a long time.
I know, me either. Wow,
I
that was
used
weird.
to have them a lot.
Me too. But it's maybe it's because we read more or something, I don't know. Maybe it just we just don't allow it to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to do a little self observance and look into that. Why? Why no deja vus for me as I used to
Wow.
have?
Yeah. That's weird. So to recap, um the four quarters of the year, we're doing a lot of soul searching, I think. And a lot of, we're putting things together. I think we're bringing our attentions to the things that actually matter. We're bringing people together, things, ideas together, and that's all happening in a very well, it happens all the time, but um people are people are scared. They're People are scared.
Yeah,
And I think what we need to focus on is um, allowing that fear to be there, noticing it, allowing it to be there and yet moving anyway.
Right.
Making the steps, taking the steps that we need to take anyway, regardless of the fear,
Right.
and handling the situations when they come up.
I'm looking at my notes when you were talking, and the first thing that I wrote down was your first card last week, which was pioneering spirit. So when you set off on a new journey, there's so many unknowns. And even though you've planned as much as, and some people over plan, some people under plan, either way, things are going to come at you that you never ever expected. And if you go into it as in that pioneering spirit and go, look at that, that is cool. Look at how that triggered me. Look how that enriched my life. Whatever it is, we're going to be better off from it. I also heard staying within the community, using the community. We've built such a strong community in just in this YouTube community. That's, I mean, I've said this so many times. This is the craziest thing, but it's so strong, so rewarding in it. And so this family that we've are part of is something that we need to rely on as we move in this pioneering spirit, as we cross this bridge. And yeah, it is going to take a little bit of a leap of faith. We're going to be changing and shifting. It's not going to be all comfortable.
Yeah, I think what we're moving out of, it's more going to be more energy exchange, right? More energy exchange, less, because money is energy, right? The money paper's energy. It has energy because
Yeah.
we say it does. But it's going to, but there's so many millionaires and billionaires. There's going to be a first trillionaire soon. And money is starting to be less and less important because the people who have it, they care not much for it, right? Because they have so much of it. And the people who don't have it, just, at some point you go, well, I don't have it, right? I don't have it. But you do have other things. You can barter with someone, which
Yeah.
is an exchange of energy that's not monetary necessarily. It's just energy exchange. So a lot more of that is going to be happening.
Yep.
Like, people growing their own vegetables and their own, and the community having, chickens and those kinds of things, and sharing that bounty with each other in their communities. Like my backyard. It's so hot. There's no way I can have a garden. So the only thing I can think of is to do, hydroponic, like have the fish tank and have the plants growing out of that. I want to do that because, there's always a way around a problem that you have,
Right.
right? So as a community, we're going to start solving those problems, and whether we have the money to address them or not, we will find ways to do it. So I
Right.
see. I'm very hopeful. Hopeful. I'm very hopeful that we can navigate these waters
Yeah.
pretty well.
I know it's going to that it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster, and somehow I feel like I'm gonna be okay with it. Speaking for myself, the problem that I have, which showed up really hard yesterday with a news feed, the news of the day, and I was just like triggered on the news of the day, and I go, what else happened? What else happened? And so today I went to look, nothing happened. And I go, is that it? I spent all day yesterday on something that today is meaningless?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I mean, there are so many negative headlines. There's so many negative headlines to make you go, oh, 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 oh.
I know. I know.
We
And
really need
some
it.
of it is important to us to know. And we need to figure out what we will do with that information. If we're not going to do anything with the information that we get, except bitch, then, you know, maybe you don't need it. But if you're going to do something constructive with it, yeah.
Yeah. It's a crazy world, and we're here for a reason. And then Lord knows I have asked so many times, why? Why? Why?
Well, I
Why?
can
And I
tell.
even asked you. I asked you a while ago. I was like, I think I asked you if you could ask my
Yeah,
gods
yeah,
if
you
I
did.
had if I had finished the job that I was supposed to do. And you were like, nope.
No, we need you here longer.
I was like, this is interminable.
We
Oh
need you
god.
here. You're here till the end. You're here. You are such a light.
So are you, dude. So are you, dude.
Well, listen. Let us end this. I think this is a good recap
Yeah.
for 2024. So
We got ours done. Was it
well
January
done.
18th?
January 18th, right before we go into Aquarius for a couple of months.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited because the astrologers are excited. So,
and they are excited.
oh, really excited. I love it. All right, dude.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to Toni's channel, to my channel if you choose, and to the Aliens channel if you choose.
Yeah.
All righty, everybody. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.